husband is the Democrats' presumptive nominee, Michelle Obama, is expected to come under ever greater scrutiny from the media. She already has received plenty of coverage for this comment.
For the first time in my adult life, I am proud of my country because it feels like hope is finally making a comeback.
That comment and others Mrs. Obama has made prompted this cover from the National Review in April. All right, Cal, you look at that cover. It seems like some pretty powerful people in the media have already made up their mind about Michelle Obama, and that's before the general election got underway.
In this campaign, we are being asked to accept three things simultaneously. The first woman with a credible chance of being president, the first African-American with a first chance of being president, and however Michelle Obama is going to be styled, the angry black woman, first lady. I mean, this is an awful lot. Look, I think if she's going to be out there talking about policy, being a surrogate for her husband, then within certain boundaries, she is open for criticism and critiques just like any other political figure.
Jonathan, the Politico, your outfit had a big article on Friday about the GOP and Mrs. Obama. How should she handle the media going forward? She's going to be on The View in the week ahead.
Well, obviously, you can't hide her, and she's obviously going to be out there. And I think she actually can be an asset for Senator Obama, especially in the African-American community. That was certainly proven during the course of the primary. But there's no question that she's going to be used against Obama, perhaps never by the McCain campaign or the RNC, but certainly by conservative voices to paint Obama as somehow culturally unpalatable. She's part of that package using against him.
But could it backfire? I mean, some people say that the GOP attacks on Hillary Clinton actually helped because she became the lightning rod and Bill sort of skated through. That's some people's view.
Well, you know, I think one way that people who are going to try to defeat Obama is to somehow prove he's other. He's not one of us. If they can't prove he's a Muslim, then let's prove his wife is an angry black woman. And I think it's going to get ugly. I don't think John McCain will sanction it because I think he is, my opinion is he's genuinely trying. I think McCain genuinely doesn't want this kind of campaign. But I think that may be the only and ugliest way to go after Obama, and people are going to use it.
What do you think, Jim?
Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of curious about Obama and where he lived and what he's done and what he believed. And the people we've met who surround Obama so far, Reverend Wright, Father Flieger, Tony Rezko, these people don't exactly satisfy all your concerns, do they, about who he is and what he stands for and so on. I think this is entirely legitimate. I think Jane and Jonathan are right. The McCain campaign is going to stay away from it. McCain, as Rich Lowry pointed out, he's so honor-bound, he's willing to lose rather than actually try and win this election. That's his choice, but I think the American people deserve a thorough examination of everything about her, especially when they know that the MSM are giving her the Jackie Kennedy treatment, trying to just sail her off into Camelot.
I want to pick up on something that Jane said about the angry black woman. Now look at the image of African-American women who are on television. Politically, you have Maxine Waters of California, a liberal Democrat. She's always angry every time she gets on television. Cynthia McKinney, the former congresswoman from Georgia, was another angry black woman. And who are the black women you see on the local news at night in cities all over the country? They're usually angry about something. They've had a son who's been shot in a drive-by shooting. They are angry at Bush or so you don't really have a profile of non-angry black women, of whom there are quite a few.
Oprah.
How about Oprah Winfrey?
Well, yeah, there you go.
Oprah Winfrey.
I wasn't endorsing that as a concept.
What's so fascinating here is that
her.
we're having this conversation right now. This is the constant cable chatter. This is what folks are talking about on the internet. But the campaign itself is this sort of above board, talking about he wants to raise taxes, he's against free trade. But the reality is this is a sort of two-track campaign. It's the issues on the one hand, but at the same time, what seems so down and what seems to be on the minds of everybody, even though the McCain campaign doesn't want to sanction it perhaps, are these cultural issues, these personality issues. Who is this person? It's just fascinating to watch and sort of two-track.
Ever since we got the bomb, the atomic bomb, the personality and character of the president is central. Because if he or she is in any way defective, we could all be dead. And that's a pretty serious and heavy charge. It's not just some president like Garfield or McKinley can't tell us they look like anymore.
Now about taxes and about free trade.
Because character and how you handle a crisis matters more.
But we can't focus on Michelle Obama without talking a little bit at least about